All right, guys, the fish are here. So it says we got 38 white tilapia, but I'm really questioning that.
Does not look like
It does
38.
not look like 38 at all. There's one dead one, which is probably not surprising. And then at the bottom, there's some food.
Oh, that's cool. It came with food.
Yeah. So now to get them acclimated, you basically have to put it sitting like this.
Why?
To try to get the temperature the same. So you first want to get the temperature the same. And then I'll open this up and I'll put some scoops of water into there so that the water that they're used to gets up to the same pH.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
So that the water that they're in gets up to the same pH as the water that they're about to be in.
Okay.
So that they don't get shocked. Basically, you don't want them to go from like what they have to like completely different.
Yeah.
So if you slowly acclimate them, first temperature, then pH and ammonia, nitrate, all those levels, then they should be able to handle the switch.
Whoa.
So that's the goal.
It's exciting.
It doesn't feel like the temperature is very far off from what I could tell.
Wait, so how are you gonna, I didn't really think about, like, because when you look in their bag, there's like a lot of feces. How do you clean the fish tank?
You don't clean it, so what happens is it will come up and go into here. So basically I'll just put like a filter right here, like a people use like a sponge. You just put like a big sponge and then it'll catch everything that's not water and then you just clean off the sponge. So that's what I'll do once there's actually like large debris.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while to acclimate them, probably like a few hours.
All right, so we'll let them sit and then we'll be back.
Put some water in there. No, we didn't really show it, but I'm still doubting that there's 38 in there.
I know.
I'm highly doubting that.
No, it was like 38.
I may have to reach out to the company.
Wait,
I mean,
also,
it doesn't even seem close to 38.
Yeah, no. Do you
Seems
think
like 10?
Do you think this is gonna smell worse once the fish are in there? Because I cannot stand the smell of it right now.
Sorry, we have very needy dogs that like to bark. So what she's referring to is I use fish fertilizer to replicate the fish. To replicate the fish oils and everything that the plants will be getting, but it should change.
Like it smells really weird right now.
This is
whenever
pretty
you
strong
walk
stuff.
by this, yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know, honestly.
All right, and it smells so bad.
You get really sensitive to it compared to me.
I don't know what it is. It smells so like I can't even describe the smell. I don't like it at all.
I grew up around this kind of stuff, so it's not that surprising to me. Yeah, you should have just dunked it, but it is what it is. So plants are doing well. They are definitely ripping. These are cucumber for the most part, and I put a bunch of seeds and I was just like, whatever takes. That one I tried to move and it didn't do so well. These ones took pretty well from being moved. And then some, I'm pretty sure that's lettuce. There was a couple tomatoes, but they're kind of struggling. They just didn't make it out. Not exactly the time of year for everything. But here are the tilapia. These are white Nile tilapia, and they are, you gotta leave the top thing up so that it gets some air. So these are white Nile tilapia, and it's kind of cool because the Nile in Africa is like basically where humans started. So this is probably one of the early fish that humans ate, which is pretty cool. If they ate tilapia back in the day, they're probably very different than what they ate hundreds of thousands of years ago, but they're probably similar. I forgot the GoPro's waterproof, so maybe we can get like an in there.
Put the GoPro in there.
Yeah, high risk, low reward situation, but
you'll sink to the bottom. You'll have to jump in there.
No, I got a net back here, so in case I have to catch any fish. All right, so just opened up the bag of fish. There may be 38 in there, but I'm still doubting it. I see one dead one. They look a little different too. So time to start adding some water to this little by little until this bag is overflowing with the water, and hope that they make it. Well, we got the one dead tilapia. See if Rotini wants it. Here you guys go. Have at it. It's a fish. You got it. That's your fish, Rotini. Don't tell the others. Look at all these guys. Chickens out here living life. Rotini just got a nice tilapia, first one in the family to eat one of our tilapia, so good for you. Ducks over here, being ducks, acting all weird. Those are weird ducks. They just like, they're so scared compared to the chickens. Like, chickens like don't really care that much, but like ducks are freaking scared. Which is weird. They're ducks are chickens. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. All right, so let's go check on the animals here. So the pool's looking pretty blue. You guys can tell. It's kind of fogged up, but I've been learning and I got it pretty well taken care of. I think it's got a little too much chlorine in there though, but it is what it is. Oh, look at that chicken. Oh wait. That's just a pain in the ass. All right, so I spent a little time with the plants these past couple days trying to move them around. They do this during the day. They start to wilt and struggle, and then night comes and they just like, boop. I think it's just too hot and too much sun during the day, and they just struggle too much. So there is fish in here. They don't like to come up. I need to make a filter, two types of filters. So I need to use like a filter here for large debris. And then I also need to make a heavy debris filter where it's kind of like a PVC pipe that goes from the bottom out to the side and has a little overflow. So you use like a T-fitting, and then it can go out and it can go up. So I'll probably make that today. I just need to get like a pass-through for the side. But it shouldn't be too bad. Should be pretty easy to make. And then the fish are in there somewhere. I don't see any floating up at the top, so that means they're still doing good. Gave them a bunch of food this morning. Man. You don't want to go near them. The fish will get you guys. What? What? You guys are so agile. Oh my gosh. Whoa. 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 Okay, so when the fish see me walk up, they run away. So maybe you guys can see them. See? You can see them. I'm sure they'll learn eventually that I'm more of just the food provider than the fish capturer that they used to deal with. But yeah, I also changed the way that this is, and I like it a lot better. It's more like a canopy now instead of just like that one corner. This is big helpful. This guy, I think, is basil, and it's struggling. It's the weekend now, and I got some stuff to do. So the fish have been in here for a few days, and they're doing good. Can't really see them that much because this water's so murky, which is partially what I'm trying to work on now. And hopefully this should help. So I'm gonna make a heavy object drain and also an overflow drain with some PVC pipe. I got this bulkhead is kind of the key for it, and then some 90s or a 90, couple pass-throughs, and all kinds of weird stuff. So gotta start making a drain, and I'll explain how it works as we're going. All right, so I punched a little hole right in here, put these two pass-through fittings on, and then put a little 90 down to here, and then I'll probably put another drop-down hose right onto there, like a piece of PVC to drop it down a little lower so it's not just splashing. Put a bucket under there to see what we catch, and then figure out some kind of filter system. Probably just drill some holes in the bucket, put some rocks in there, and then that'll catch all the large debris. And then this will go inside and connect to the back side right there, drop down to the bottom, and this should siphon up all the large pieces of debris and all of the and then this open at the top should be for the overflow, so the water won't get above this line because of this, and hopefully it'll catch all of the small pieces. So I'm gonna rinse this out real quick so there's no piece of plastic and see how it works. All right, so I kind of stitched the sides a little bit here because these are they were kind of collapsing in. I might have to keep going around the whole thing, but just a couple zip ties and some holes. And then the drain is right here. You can see right there is the drain, and that is my top fill line. It's a little high, but I couldn't really go, I don't want to go too low, couldn't really go any higher. I don't know, so it's a weird spot, but it is what it is. I'd rather more water than less anyways in here, and if I just have to cut this down a little bit would be my only real necessary thing to change. So that'll be my fill line. It's really high. I could even cut that T fitting down a little bit too, but it's not bad. I need to straighten it out a little bit. It's hard to do from over here. Yeah, the drain is set up. I just need to fill it up with water more to make sure it works. It's in there.
Nice.
And then all of the fish poop and like the food that they didn't eat and stuff, and like algae and stuff, should hopefully come out here if it all works well. That's how this is supposed to work. It's kind of like a siphon to the bottom of the tank, and hopefully it reaches. So if you see in there, you can probably look back.
Yeah.
So that's also, if it's too high, the water will drain in and go out.
Oh, okay.
But also the heavy debris should float up from the bottom of the tank.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Just started ripping. So I need to fill it up a little bit more and see how it looks. Plants are doing pretty well. I've been using this head as a filter in here until I get like a more legit filter, but that's all nastiness. A couple plants are struggling. You can see it's wet like right under it.
Yeah.
Where all their roots are.
Mm-hmm. Well, they look pretty good.
Yeah, this is how they normally look throughout the day, and then you come check on them in the morning and they look so much better. They just struggle throughout the day. Like this one kind of snapped right there. I was using sticks to hold up those ones. So there we go. It reached the fill line and it started to drain out, and you can see there's some large debris in there. Not a whole lot, but it's still kind of new and working. Curious if it'll stop. I guess it's kind of at, yeah, it's above the line right now, so it'll stop, but it's going to drain a lot back out once this starts to drain out. But pretty good. So that's the overflow, and that'll be to catch all the large debris out right into a bucket. And then this bucket will be cool because it's really good water to like water like this plant, the avocado tree, whatever. Really just water plants with this is really good. So super pumped with this. All right, we got bath time over here. Millie's up first.
They smell really bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're dogs that play outside a lot. It is what it is. Jess is underneath getting her starter bath of Millie's dirty water. And I got a shelf over here to put together for the chicken food and all the food for the animals and all the supplies and stuff. So we have this little closet right here. It's like I guess you call it the pool room. And I'm gonna put this shelf right here, and then we're gonna use it as the pool room and the feed room. So it has a little vent that's all rusted out because they used to store a lot of chemicals in here. Now I don't really store as many because I only go out and buy them when I need them. Try not to store too many chemicals because they do go bad. So pool looking very blue, and time to put up this shelf so I can start putting all the food in nice bins, and hopefully no animals get to it. So let's get to it. All right, nice little shelf in here. I couldn't put that one up. Maybe I'll just cut each one, cut the top two down a little bit, or the bottom two, and fit them all, just to have one more shelf. But I don't know. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. 4 shelves is pretty good. It'd be cool to use the 5th. Maybe if I put it like here or something. That's the best spot. It is what it is. So time to break out these bins I got. It's plastic totes, and I can stack all the food, and then I can put like their heating lights, all their kind of other good stuff. Like this is a couple chicken items type of thing. Like there's just stuff that needs to be with the animals. So a little animal room right here now. All right, so here is the finished product. I just have to clean these out because they are definitely not food grade, but thankfully they're, you know, made in the USA. Hopefully they're some decent plastic where these animals aren't gonna die. They're a little cheap feeling, even though they're like $8 a piece, but probably end up upgrading at some point once I know what is a little more convenient, and maybe get some legit feed ones. But got some bags of food, gonna fill these up and then feed the animals and call it a day from there. So time to clean them. All right, so it was pretty windy these past couple days, and I just noticed something pretty interesting here. So I'm gonna have to figure this out. Got a rather large tree limb come down in the back, and I don't know what to do about it yet. I haven't really scoped it out enough. Just walking back here for the first time, and it's a pretty big limb. These vines wrecked it. You can hear my drain back here in the corner. So pretty tough break. I don't know what my best bet is. Maybe support it with some pieces of wood, cut it there. I'm just worried about it falling on the fence, as you would imagine. Half of it fell off of my property. It's a pretty tall tree. Look at that. Tough break. The whole thing looks like it's gonna come down eventually. These vines have probably destroyed it. Need to kill them. So really interesting deal here. It was probably pretty loud when it snapped. Wouldn't be surprised if I heard it and just thought it was like thunder or lightning. Reckless. This whole tree is probably on its last leg. I mean, it looks healthy, even that. Like, there's a lot of limbs there still growing. I wonder if I just left it, it would grow. Trees do weird things sometimes. I don't know. Thankfully, I have a chainsaw, because I'm gonna need it. And I'm gonna need, like, my truck or something to load this in to bring it to a burn pile. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. That'll be on our next video of Bogetti Bunch. Disposing of probably 1,000 pounds worth of tree. Perfect. There you go. That's a nice little fish update. We finally have fish in here. Some nice tilapia, about 40 of them. At night they come out a lot more. During the day they kind of hang out in the shallows and the murkiness, which the murkiness is pretty good now that I think about it for predators, because they won't see them as much, but hopefully it clears up a little bit because I'd like to see them a little bit. But that'll do it, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.